210 Boxing TV with Jose Benavidez Sr. here. We got to talk about it, man. Obviously, the big news that came out just a week ago. Canelo picked his opponent, and he decided to go against Berlanga. His last fight, he said, I more than likely won't fight Benavidez because he doesn't have the accolades to obtain a fight with me. Yet he chooses somebody like Berlanga. I know you have to have spoken with your son. I know you have your own feelings. Let me get your thoughts, and let me know about what you and David spoke about.
Yeah, no, for sure. We've been looking for this fight for almost 3 years. David has been the mandatory for 3 years, and we thought that this time we were going to really get him, But at the end of the day, how he says, he does whatever he wants in boxing, and you can see it, So at the end of the day, we're at 175 now, trying to look for bigger and better things, fighting B-Ball, better beef. So I think those two fights are super dangerous and super good fights for David. In the meantime, we got to stay active, and I know for sure we're trying to bring him on November and get him another fight, and we're just waiting and see who we got. We're working on that right now, but man, it became a little bit annoying talking about Canelo. Now we're at 175. We're still talking about Canelo.
Exactly.
He said that he had nothing to offer, that David didn't have nothing to offer. He wanted 200 million, and he could fight him tomorrow. Now, he chose Berlanga. I'm happy for Berlanga, that he got the fight. And, we all want to fight the best fighters up there. And it's going to be a good fight. I think, Canelo has a lot of experience. I think right now, he's choosing the fighters that he thinks that he has a bigger chance to beat them. And I think this is the case. But Berlanga's a young guy, and, maybe we might have a big upset.
I asked Robert Garcia what he thought about that fight and if he feels that Berlanga has a chance. I've asked actually a couple of trainers, and most of them are just kind of down on this fight. They said that they more than likely won't watch this fight. They're not interested. Do you feel it's that people are actually now realizing what you just said right now?
Yeah, but that's what I think. Anybody has a chance that goes up there in the ring. I'm not interested in seeing that fight. I'm not going to buy it. I'll tell you right now. I'm not. I'll catch it, the replay or whatever, but it's not like I'm going to leave what I'm going to do that day and make plans like now, I don't think it's a good fight for the fans. I hear what the fans say, they don't like this fight. They're not really interested in this fight. So at the end of the day, win the best. I don't really care. Whoever wins, it's not like I really care, like I say, But it would be good if Berlanga could beat him, At least, Berlanga will fight other guys and will give other people opportunities, because I don't think that he will be in the level that Canelo is, that he chooses to fight whoever he wants.
Let me ask you this. Let's say Berlanga wins, upset-wise, right? Would you guys go down to 168 again to fight Berlanga?
Of course. If those belts go to Berlanga, we're willing to come down to 168 and face whoever has those belts. That's what we wanted. We wanted to get these belts, and unfortunately, there's no belts. So that's why we're not fighting at 168. That's why we went to 175. But if Berlanga wins those belts, that would be a great fight that the people will love to see.
Now, how is David doing? I know I was there for the last fight and everything, and I know he had a couple of problems, a few injuries here and there. He had that cut, a couple of things wrong with his hand. How is he doing now? I think
he's doing good. He's back working and focused and doing what he loves, and everything's going well.
What are you looking forward to when it comes to Better Be It versus Bebo? As you said, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to keep David busy. More than likely, he'll come back in November, but at the same time, he will look for that fight versus the winner of Better Be It and Bebo. What are you expecting in that fight?
From here to there, a lot of things can happen, so we're focusing on that right now. Hopefully, everything goes in plan. If not, like you said, we can come down to 168, 175, not a problem.
Before I move on to other subjects and everything like that, as I said, I spoke to Robert Garcia, asked him about the fight, but I also said, and I asked him, does he feel the door is finally, or the ship has sailed and the door is finally closed on Benavidez versus Canelo? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's what I feel too. I feel that fight is never going to happen. For him asking $200 million, that's a lot of money. Maybe 75 million, maybe even 100 million. I think he would definitely get that, but 200 just too much. And right now, I don't think people are excited about him. He's not really bringing those numbers, but if he fights David, he will bring more than enough, and it'll be a big fight that the fans want to see.